Yeah, I'm quite liking the kick in the nuts that this gives you. Yeah. Right, so here we go. So it's
We have an intriguing
Friday night still talk, and we have a brown paper bag.
a brown paper bag, and I'm
paper bag.
recognising that this
What are
is
you recognising?
this is a Springbank.
Springbank. So it is a Springbank. Well,
We're going to have to get this
Actually-
bar up a little bit. We're a little bit low down here.
is it a Springbank?
Well, it's from the...
It is. Well, no, this is a Kilkerran.
Yeah, this is the one along the
This is
road.
a Kilkerran. It's not a Springbank. So it's a Kilkerran from the Glengyle Distillery in Campbeltown.
Glengyle.
So it's a hand-filled.
That's the distillery that's tucked away.
It is, yes, it's very quite nondescript. So it's hand-filled, distillery exclusive. I'm going to double check and make sure you can actually see this, focus in on this. So this was bottled at the distillery for Still Talk. Even at the date there, so the 4th of the 5th of the 24th.
Ah, I'm with you on this bottle of whiskey now.
What?
This is the bottle of whiskey. Sorry, I was a bit getting confused as I often do. This is the bottle of whiskey that we last seen when you and I were kind of like this.
Yes.
As I was getting steered that direction, and you were still talking to the very nice lady that was giving you free samples.
Samples, yes.
I remember this bottle of whiskey now.
So
This is the bottle you bottled for Still Talk.
So
That was a very good day, wasn't it?
I actually stood there and saw them film the bottle.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's the, and obviously I've not opened it. So
I'm pretty sure you were leaning against
so
something.
that's
to be
for
honest.
4th of the 5th. So it's only what, 3 months ago.
4th of the 5th.
And this is
The day before I was 51.
4th. Yes.
The day before my birthday.
So this is the, what's this? This is So well, no, it's almost. Yeah, it's 3 months ago. Has it got a pop? Yes, it's got a pop.
Squeak.
Oh, and this is going to have a glug as well.
Squeak.
Can tell with the bottle. I'll be polite and I'll pour yours first. You can always tell. That wee bit gives it the glug.
The wee glug glug.
Oh.
It doesn't
Oh,
last
you
long.
get a glug. You get a glug. I didn't get a glug. Anyway, cheers.
Cheers, Neil.
So here we go to Kilkerran.
On the nose, quite subtle. We're not getting those corks back in the bottles
No.
tonight, is it? It's a sign.
That's quite subtle, isn't it?
Quite subtle on the nose, but the... I think it's one of these whiskies, once you've tasted it, then get the nose back in.
Then it'll come back out. Oh, it's got a wee bit of spicy, a wee bit of...
I'm expecting spice. She's bottled relatively high up, isn't she?
That's
58.
Ooh,
58%, so 58.2.
big kicker. So we're going to put this on our,
Yes, so we're
on
getting...
our new...
Oh yeah, but definitely we shall
Still
get
Talk
the
board.
name up there. She is coming through. I'm getting
I think
pears, apples, green fruits. Definitely green fruits is what I'm getting initially.
Yeah, golden delicious.
Yeah, crunchy green apples and
Yeah.
pears. Pears, to be honest, are a little hard.
Raw pears.
Well, the pears, Scottish pears never actually got
no, they
all the way to the
No,
lovely juicy. They were always a bit hard.
You've got to leave, they're basically like apples. Scottish pears are
Yeah, they were all the
just
kind of
like
small
apples.
things as well, weren't they?
Alright, I'm going to go for it.
Right, come on then. That's what we're getting on the nose.
Oh. Holy. Wow.
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 Wow, and wow.
I'm glad I just took a wee sniff of that.
Ooh, that's shall we go with the, that's a party in the mouth?
That'll be the 58%. Oh.
Yeah, but I didn't actually get the spirit. I'm now getting, the spirit is, shall we say, burning the tongue now. But the initial is spice and gorgeousness.
That was.
And then you get clobbered with the strength. I can't actually think it's clearing my throat. It's actually...
Yeah.
She's got a bit of a kick.
Oh, that was nice.
It's kind of party in the mouth and then it's kind of gone, isn't it? It's like a...
Oh, no.
It's like a fun fair and then it's...
No, I'm still... It's still rattling around in there.
No,
it's like no, that's like those space. No, the space dust you used to have.
the crackly stuff.
Yeah.
She has certainly got a pleasant.
Do you think that space dust was like a lead-in to harder drugs?
What it kind of reminds me of is that, see when you get a battery in an old car and you've got all that white crusty stuff goes around about the outsides. I'm pretty sure if you tried that, it would taste the same as that stuff. Wait a minute, you weren't snorting it, were you?
No, but that followed on, didn't it?
There's a party piece. You're supposed to snort it, tell the youngsters. Was it space dust? It was space dust.
It was space dust,
Space dust.
Yeah.
Second one isn't. The first one, massive on that introduction. Second one, starting to get a little bit more flavours. Not really getting the green fruits, I'm getting more. Is there a caramelly?
Yes. Yep, caramel, that's what I'm getting.
The green fruit seems to have passed, get replaced by a sweet caramel.
Nice. A really, really smooth pepperiness. Really, really, really
This is not going to sound
pepper.
particularly nice, but it is. It's like peppered dried fruits.
It's almost like a wee chilli.
Like raisins.
It's like a wee chilli burn.
Yeah, like if you put the chilli through the dark chocolate.
Yeah.
It's like a chilli through the raisins.
Uh-huh.
Because there are figs and raisins, I'm getting them.
Oh, that's...
But she's definitely a...
but
she's
it's
a talking point. She's not a pour yourself a dram and let's talk about Dave's New Zealand.
No.
It's pretty much that's what we're talking about.
It's got quite a... Certainly got a spirity hit to it as well. You can taste, you can feel the alcohol, the spirit in that.
Feel it here.
I'm getting it here, yeah. But
I'm getting the cleansing, shall we say, of the stronger, the 60% do tend to cleanse the mouth, but you get that nice little warmth here.
No, I'm getting that. Well, that's that.
So this was the distillery. I popped into Glen Scotia, and obviously we popped into Springbank. I do remember seeing, and I was intending to visit, but I'm not sure it was actually open.
It wasn't open, no. There were just
days, certain days it's open, or weeks it's open.
Weeks. But they were just moving. They were about to shut down Springbank when we were there. And they were moving over to, I'm sure they were moving over to that one.
There are certain whiskies. Oh.
It's not very often you start to sweat.
You get to know whiskies, and there are certain whiskies that you know where to place them in your mouth. And this is the things that we don't actually realise that we are starting to...
Yes, that's true.
But there are, and trust me, you know not to concentrate that to the tip of your tongue, but try it. That is intense. That is not that's designed to be
the back
drunk.
Of the mouth.
Yeah, past
over the top
past
of the tongue.
the tip of the tongue. You put the tip of the tongue down and you put that to the back of the mouth. And we should really look at what parts of your mouth do. There's citrus parts in your tongue and various. But on the tip of the tongue, the chili spice is intense.
Oh, you got to try that. That's just been that's an experience and a half, that.
But it's all these little things that being introduced into whiskey, you just don't know.
No.
And as we know, as soon as you read out what was what, you automatically now know when you first taste it, you protect the tip of your tongue because you know that peppery, spicy, chili heat is going to get you right at the front.
Yeah, but
if you dare to put it there, you pay the price.
Yeah, but it's...
Let's go and try it again.
Yeah. That's just what I was going to do. Once I recover. That is...
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely...
The tip of your tongue gets those chili, spicy.
Oh, God, aye. Yeah.
I'm getting it's a little bit odd here because I don't even know what banana rum tastes like, but I'm getting a little bit of crazy kind of...
All right.
See if you were taking a banana, I don't know if you've ever had this, but see if you took a banana and you fill it with raisins and basically dry fruits and then you barbecue it.
Oh, aye.
And you get that lovely sweet fruits.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm kind of getting through there. But she has got a lot of strength. The strength, you can feel the strength cleaning your teeth. You can feel the strength cleaning as it goes. Now that I've had 2 or 3, she does have a very pleasant after. Definitely those wet, dry fruits are there. But I'm afraid that the green apple
Again,
and the pear has sort of left.
Again, that's one that you think... You wouldn't start the evening off with that one, would you?
No, that's a talking point. So once we've sat, or you've got somebody around for whatever reason, and you're chatting about whether it's the Land Rover trial or whether it's the football, the cricket, the golf, whatever you're talking about, and you're getting on fine with somebody, that's the kind of bottle of whiskey that you'll go to the back of the cupboard and you'll say, wait till you try this little fella. And that their person will then go, oh, I'm not sure whether he likes me or doesn't like me.
Well, that's just what I was going to say. I was going to say possibly the opposite. You go,
it's time to go.
Go and have a good swig of that.
Yeah, right, Deirdre, we're going. But again, this is the introduction to whiskey. If somebody buys that, they do the tour, they buy that bottle of whiskey, if they take it back, if they fill it halfway up they try and take a mouthful of that, no wonder people go, oh, I couldn't drink whiskey.
Aye.
I mean, that's a splash in a glass and it's going to keep you going for 20 minutes, half an hour.
I've certainly learned that when I don't know whiskey at all, I'll just take the tiniest wee bit to start with. Otherwise, it just knocks me right off.
If you read the information, normally, if it's 50% up, if it's heading for the 60%, you've got a kind of rough idea. You're expecting that spirit.
I'm thinking that's a pretty good job.
Well, another problem is how do we
score this one?
Because she's not a daily drinker. She's certainly not a letdown. She has a sweetness. She has a savouriness. She has a lot of complex going on. She goes from green apples all the way through to caramel, through to chili spice.
I'm giving that. It's quite different to the Coopers.
Yeah, that was certainly
But
that's more of a crowd pleaser.
But I'm kind of liking the harshness.
Yeah, the absolute.
Yeah, the kick.
This is not for beginners.
Yeah, I'm quite liking the kick in the nuts that this gives you. Yeah.
Oh, I tell you, see by your second or third one of those sitting, again, I think what we're looking at is a dark evening whiskey.
It's not a standing up drink, that.
If we were sitting in a couple of leather chairs, and to be honest, you would need to be sitting in a couple of leather chairs. If we were sitting in a couple of chairs, I think the second one, the third one, I think we would just keep rhyming off more and more fruits, more and more spices.
That one's... I'm quite surprised about that, actually. I'm pleasantly surprised by that.
I'm actually very pleasantly surprised by that.
I wasn't expecting anything really, really special, but that's a bra wee dram.
Even on the nose, the glass is now done, and on the nose, it just keeps giving. It's sort of spicy.
But it's still quite subtle, isn't it?
It's like prunes and rice pudding. And I didn't even like prunes and rice pudding.
The other thing about it is it's the colour.
There's a creaminess. You getting that creaminess?
Yeah, it's the colour you expect whiskey to be, isn't it?
So she's in a absolutely simple, no frills wine bottle, if you like.
Well,
Neil actually watched it being filled, which you've got to add in because that was a whole experience itself.
Yeah.
The whole Springbank distillery was a fantastic experience. That's a bottle from that day. It's called Still Talk.
It's a whiskey galore bottle, though, isn't it?
It's just a proper old-fashioned. Again tonight, everything's old-fashioned tonight.
It's your typical Parahandy bottle of whiskey. And
to go from apples, pears, into raisins, into caramel, vanilla sweetness, chilies, pepper, salty.
Hint of caramel and tobacco.
It's there.
Hint of that.
And I'm even, like I said, prunes, rice pudding, which gives it a creaminess. It's almost like a cream sherry. All of that. And I'm going right back to the very end. And I'm getting green apples again. All of that in that bottle of whiskey.
So where are you? Where are you with your score out of 10 then?
Oh, Neil, this is going to be murder. The problem is, right, we choose whiskies that we like. So they're going to be high scorers. Even this bottle of whiskey was actually chosen for us with the information that we like.
But we have had some in the past that, no, I think there has been there is times when I go in and I'll pick one that's nicest bottle, or I'll pick one that's got the fanciest label, or I'll pick one that's got the plainest label, or so.
And look at this one.
We just, that was to do with where we were. That's why that was what we got.
If you had brought that bottle totally blind, if you had given me that glass totally blind, I would still be fascinated by what I'm getting.
It is the choice.
I didn't want to score that as high as that because that was absolutely gorgeous. This came as a bit of a surprise. It wasn't what I originally thought it was. It then gave me that pleasant memory of that day, which I was then getting led that direction as you were waiting to get your bottle filled.
Yeah.
But all of that pleasant memories aside, it still just surprised me with this. You can almost tell me anything just now and I'm going to find it in this glass of whiskey.
I prefer this one. Well, that's maybe not quite right. I don't prefer this one.
Cleaner dram than that one. I'm not saying that that's not a claggy drink.
No.
But that's a thicker viscosity, heavier drink. That's clean, fresh.
Yes, exactly. I think there's maybe more. There's more intense flavour in the Cooper's Choice, but there's more intensity.
Wild.
In that. Yeah, that's a bit. Yeah,
that's more teenage, isn't it? Although she's got old flavour, she's got a little bit of punk in her. She's got a little bit of wild in her. Excitement in her.
A wee bit of James Dean.
There's a wee bit of James Dean in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think that's
just. So where do we go?
I know where.
You wanted the cool wall.
I'm thinking kind of balances out. That's where I'm on.
What do we call it?
What do you mean? What do we call it?
Well, you're going to have to write it up there.
Well, we call it the
Still Talk.
Kilkerran. Oh, it's the Kilkerran.
It's the Kilkerran, but we can buy another Kilkerran. So we need to. So it's Kilkerran. Still Talk edition.
No, it's the Glengyle Distillery. But it's the Kilkerran.
Oh, so that is the actual.
Well, as far as I know.
I tell you what, she's very excited about the whiskey.
It's Kilkerran.
I almost wish, right? I almost wish that we only had that bottle of whiskey to try tonight, because we could have another one and another one, and that's interesting as well because we were quite happy to end on that one.
We were, but
that's a conversation in a bottle. That
you know the good thing.
Many conversations in a bottle.
The really good thing about this.
Really,
really good thing about
it's
this.
It's still full.
And it's going home with me. Yeah. So yes.
And it's a fair drive to get another one.
And I've still...
Because that's the only way you're going to get one of those. If you want one of those, you're going to have to
Campbeltown.
get in your car and you're going to have a fair old drive. But it's worth it, I would say.
Or you could fly.
You could fly, or you can take 2 ferries from... What's it called?
Troon.
Either way, I would make the journey for a bottle of that.
Right, so I'll go and get the camera, and you can get the pen out.
Oh no, you can get the pen out.
No, you can get the pen
If I write that up, it's never going to work. Does Steph write that one?
Steph wrote that one.
So we really need to get
I
Steph
can
to
never
continue to write.
No,
No,
I thought you'd be good at writing. You're not good
no,
at that.
definitely not.
All right.
Do we have to get Steph back up? So we're going to have to score it first.
Right, we'll score it. Okay.
We'll score it first.
So
You and I have tasted this.
We'll score it, and we'll get
Steph's
Steph
not
to update.
here.
Steph can update the board. I'm back.
Is she a bloke's whiskey?
I just.
Is she quite a masculine whiskey?
I don't want to be too samey,
I know.
but I'm reckoning an 8 again. We've only done this thing
Neil,
tonight.
I know. Right.
With the scoreboard.
We've done...
And we've done an 8 already, which was bordering on a 9.
You and I have tried
And this
well over the 100 whiskies. You and I have tried a couple of 150
Well,
plus
must be
bottles
close
of
on.
whiskey. And that,
I think...
the introduction to that bottle of whiskey,
I think... Do you think our memory's starting to go? Do you think that's what it is?
well, I'll tell
Like,
you,
we've had all these and we're thinking... We're going... Every time we get a new bottle of whiskey, we go, well, that's the best we've ever had.
no, because they're not. But right now, we should really go and get... So if we came back to something lesser, we're not going to get up there.
No,
If we came back to
Let's not go
something
there.
lesser, we could maybe understand that. I'd have gave that a 9.
oh,
I did not have expectations on that bottle of whiskey.
No.
I didn't have this story. I didn't want to like that bottle of whiskey. That wasn't a bottle of Lafroig that you had picked up and it's a fancy one and I'm going to go, I want to like that bottle of whiskey. You opened that bottle of whiskey, I remembered the story, I knew nothing about it, and it absolutely, from the very first...
so you're going to tell me this is a...
And I know we're new on the board, there's going to be 5s, there's going to be 4s.
So is this going to be an 8.5? Because I still reckon an 8.
Did it disappoint you in any way? Did it let you down in any way at all? Is there any downside to that bottle of whiskey?
There's a wee bit of... You know that kind of...
You've been left clean. You've been stripped.
Probably is what it is, yeah. But
It's a bit like putting the old paint stripper and leaving it on overnight and then wiping it off. Yeah. And then you're left clean.
I think that's what it is. That's the only... You know what it has made me?
Right, okay,
This is going to be really quite odd. I actually feel quite hungry after it.
Oh, time was
if
rolling on.
No, I don't know. I don't know whether it's
I had a
the...
little fried egg sandwich
Oh, you were
before
lucky.
you came.
I don't know if it's... I'm getting a wee hint of... I don't know if it's...
The munchies?
Like vinegar. You get that? Mm-hmm. No?
No, I am.
Yeah. And that's what... I've got...
But it's nice vinegar. It's not chip shop vinegar.
No.
It's the brown malt vinegar.
But I do have fish and chips waiting on me. But no, I'm getting that wee vinegary bit, and it is making me hungry. But
the brown.
I wouldn't put it for different reasons. I wouldn't put it.
Sorry,
Right, so
I'm remembering this glass thing with the glass
we're now
base
talking about these
with a
two.
plastic top. Malt vinegar, brown vinegar.
Aye.
It was a glass bottom.
Yes.
The top half was plastic, and that's a very pleasant. It's a sweet
Aye.
cider vinegar. Is what I'm getting.
So really, at the moment, these are the two we've got on the board. Well,
Yeah, but we're not
one.
really comparing
That's one.
them. But
No, we're not
we
comparing
gave
them,
that
but
an
we
8.
gave that an 8, right?
So I suppose it comes down to they're both sitting there. Your fish and chips is waiting for you, but you've got 20 minutes. What one are you going to order?
we've got the professionals in to do the artwork on the board.
What are you scoring it, lads?
Oh, what are we scoring that as, Dave?
We've had such a problem tonight that we've decided that we're allowed to put a point on.
What do we have a point?
Well, it's an
So
8.
basically, instead of being 1 out of 10, it's now 1 out of 20.
Unless we
Dave's
go
decided-
8.2.
Well, because there's 2 of them, David reckons it's a 9, I reckon it's an 8.
So she's an 8.5.
So it's an 8.5.
Put that in your bag because that's a belter.